Open your camera. Ano na? Join with computer.
Let me just get the worksheet. Okay, there. So you have this worksheet. Mommy will prepare it for you. And of course, the the story will be on screen. So we will be reading that one. The teacher will also be sending questions again in the chat box. Just for you to know if you can follow, if you are with me as we understand the story. Now for today, it's going to be a different one compared to the ones that we had for the past weeks. So let me just make it big. There you go. Now for this one, I want people to read what's the title of our story. So let me just highlight this on. There you go. So the title of our story is, it's two names when you read this one. They are
Harvey and Annie.
Okay, so we have two. Technically, let's see if they are the characters of our story. And the title of our story is Harry and Annie. So for this one, I want you to read the first part. So let's highlight this first part. Kindly read the first paragraph. The teacher will be asking questions in between. Start with Harry. Go ahead.
Harvey and Annie live in a mile from town, but they went there to school every day. It was a pleasant walk down the lane and through the meadow by the pond. I hardly know whether they like it better in summer or in winter. They used to pretend that they were travelers exploring a new country and would scatter leaves on the road so that they might find their way back again.
Alright, so for the first paragraph, thank you so much for reading, Ethan. For the first paragraph, my question for you is, first question, who are the characters in our story? So you can put the answer in here on our chat box. So I asked R, because we have actually two. So can you write who are the characters in our story? So while you're writing, these characters will be the main characters for this story. I'm going to wait for your answer. Please type it in our chat box. And while I'm waiting, so it says here that they are on their way to school, right? So especially now, especially this month, Ethan will go back to school again. So vacation is almost over, and today is actually our last lesson. So that you only have like, I don't know, 1 to 2 weeks, and then it's gonna be school again. So hopefully you enjoyed your vacation, and teacher is still waiting for your reply. Who are the characters in our story? So while you're typing, the characters are on their way to school every day. So technically, I'm going to give questions afterwards while you're typing. I have like follow-up questions. After who are the characters? Alright, your answer is correct. The characters that we have are Harry and Annie. Now, my second question for you is, do you think that their school is near or far? There, based on what you read. For the first paragraph, is their school near? Malapit lang ba? Or is it far? Malayo siya? So I want you to remember these details. They live a mile from town. What else? They pretend they are travelers exploring a new country. And what would they do is they scatter leaves on the road so that they might find their way back again. So do you think that they live near or far from their school? You can answer with near or far. You're still typing. I'm going to wait for you. So teacher read the parts wherein you know if the school is near or far. Again, you can answer with a near or far. Yes, it's far. Because if you will notice from here, teacher will underline, they live a mile from town. It's far. So, a mile is actually a little bit far. Medyo malayo talaga siya. And, what else? Here's another question for you. In the chat box, another question is, how are they traveling to school? So, kung si Ethan, every morning, hinahatid ka ni Mama, gamit yung e-bike, or meron kang service or sundo. For our characters, Harry and Anne, how are they traveling to school? Sila ba ay naglalakad? Are they walking? Do they have their own car? By car? May service ba sila? Do they have e-bike or tricycle? What do you think? Let's see. So you can answer with car or service or walking. For the question, how are they traveling to school? Let's see. You can choose from the ones that I told you. Or if you have other answers, you can also put it there in the chat. Okay? The teacher is waiting for your answer. Remember, they are pretending that they are travelers exploring a new country while they are on their way to school. And it's far because it was a pleasant walk down the lane and through the meadow by the pond. So technically, they see a lot of things while they are on their way to school. But the question is, how are they traveling to school? What do you think? Can I see your answer on the chat box? Service, are you sure? In here, they actually did not have any service because I want you to look in this part. It was a pleasant walk down. When we talk about walk down, meaning it's on the way down. So technically, they are walking. And what else can we see in here that they are walking? They would scatter leaves on the road. So nagkakalat daw sila ng mga dahon dun sa dinadaanan nila so that they might find their way back again para hindi sila maligaw. So technically, Harry and Anne are walking going to school. And remember, sabi ko kanina, it's far away. Malayo yung school nila. So hopefully, that's already clear to you. Now let's continue to our next paragraph. I want you to read the second paragraph. Start with when the ice.
When the ice was thick and full, they walked across the pond, but their mother did not like that they walked across the ice like this unless someone was with them. Don't go across the pond today, children, she said as she kissed them and bade them goodbye one morning. It is beginning to thaw.
Alright, thank you for reading that part. Now, teacher has a question for you in the chat box. What kind of day or weather do they have in their place? Do you think it's the same in the Philippines, in our country? Is it a sunny day? Or summer ba to? Right? Do you think a rainy day? Maulan kaya dito? Or if it's in another country, pwedeng it's snowy day or winter, pwedeng malamig. What do you think is the day or weather in their place? So remember, kapag daw matigas yung water or the pond, they are walking on the pond. But their mother did not want them to cross the pond unless someone was with them. So of course, the mother will be scared for the kids to walk on a pond. But remember, nakakalakad sila sa pond because it has thick ice and firm. And the mother said, "Don't go across the pond today, children." Then she kissed them and bid them goodbye. So what do you think is the weather in here? You can answer with sunny or a summer, sunny day or summer. It can be a rainy day, or can also be a snowy day, pwede rin winter. So based on the description in the second paragraph, what do you think is the weather or day in their place? Teacher will wait for your answers. And then I read the parts wherein you'll know kung ano ba yung weather in their place. Sunny. Okay. But you need to know that the ice was thick and firm. So technically, kapag may ice, malamig. Meaning, it's a winter or a snowy day. How are we going to say that? Because the mother did not like that they walk across the ice. See? So sa sobrang lamig, nag-freeze na yung pond. When we talk about a pond, yun yung maliit na body of water. Tumigas na daw yung yelo. But then, again, it's a winter or a snowy day because the mother said, do not go across the pond today. But it is beginning to thaw. In Filipino, wag daw silang maglakad doon sa pond. Why? When it's thawing, it means natutunaw na daw yung yelo. So, I want you to understand, it's not a sunny day, but it's still a snowy day, or pwedeng winter. So, teacher will clear this part, and then I'm going up. Yan, here, you'll see the picture. So, this is the pond. Straight up. Ito yung pond, and nag-yellow na siya. And that's where the kids are. Okay. So, dito naglalakad yung mga kids in this part. Okay? And the mother did not want them to cross this kahit na matigas siya because it's not safe. Especially, it's beginning to thaw. Meaning, natutunaw na daw yung yellow dito. So, I want you to read the next paragraph that we have. So, I'm gonna highlight it first. Kindly read our third paragraph. Start with all right.
All right, Father said Harry, not very good naturally, because he was very fond of running and sliding on the ice. When they came to the pond, the ice looked hard and safe. There, he said to his sister, I knew it, and he thought any mother is always afraid we will drown. Come along we will have a good time sliding. The school bell will not ring for hour at least.
At least. Alright. Now, my question for you in this part is, did they obey their mother's order not to cross the pond? Here. So remember, Harry said, "Alright, mother." Not very good-naturedly because he was very fond of running and sliding on the ice. Oo nga naman, right? So imagine being a kid and you saw a pond that is frozen. So technically, you would also want to play in that pond. Pwede kang mag-slide, pwede kayong mag-play ng, mag-create ng snowman, right? But the question for you is, did they obey their mother's order not to cross the pond? So in this part, while you're answering with a yes or a no, so pumunta sila sa pond. And the ice looked hard and safe. Mukha naman daw matigas. And Harry said, "I knew it hadn't thought any. Hindi naman daw matutunaw. Mother is always afraid we will drown. Takot lang daw yung mami nila na malunod sila. Come along, we will have a good time sliding. The school bell will not ring for an hour." So the question for you is, did they obey their mother's order not to cross the pond? Please answer with a yes or a no. So I want you to picture picture on your mind. Ito yung nangyayari. Same picture that we have on screen. When we say obey, sinunod ba nila yung mother nila or no? Please answer with a yes or a no. Let's see. Hindi ako ng answer ni class. Did they obey their mother's order? No. Oh, yes. In this part, tingnan mo. Come along, halika na. We will have a good time sliding. So, maglalaro sila. And this is the part that you are right. They did not obey their mother's order. I want you to read this part. So you know that your answer is correct. And you read the color pink one. Start with, but you promised.
But you promised, mother said. And no, I didn't. I only said alright and it is alright. I didn't say anything, so I can do as I said. And
And another question for you in the chat box. Did you think that they played in the frozen pond? Yes or no? Nag-uusap daw si Harry and Annie, right? So, you can assume that they are sisters and brothers. And the question for you in the chat box, you can answer with a yes or a no. Did you think that they played in the frozen pond? So, nag-uusap yung magkapatid, ha? But you promised, mother. And then Harry said, "No, I didn't. Di ko sinabing promise, di ako maglalaro. I only said alright." And Annie naman on the other hand said, "I didn't say anything, so I could do as I like." Wala rin na siyang sinabi kay mother, kaya pwede niyang gawin kung ano yung gusto niya. So the question for Ethan is, you can think that they played in the frozen pond. Yes or no? You can type your answer. So while waiting, I'm going to clear and I'm still waiting for your answer. So So this is how I want you to picture. Yes, correct. They did. And I want you to picture this part, because I'm going down already. So remember, ganito yung frozen pond, and it's a winter on their place. So let's see. Ooh, look at the picture. Yeah, let's read this part. I want you to read this last paragraph. Start with so they.
So they stepped on the ice and started to go across the pond. They had not gone far before the ice gave way and they fell into the water. A man who was at work near the shore heard the screams of the children and plunged into the water to save them. Harry managed to get to the shore without any help, but poor Annie nearly drowned before the man could reach her. Harry went home almost frozen and told his mother how disobedient he had been. He remembered the lesson learned that today, long as he lived.
As we live. Alright. So while you're thank you for reading the last paragraph that you have. Another question for you is, so since you said that they played, yeah, right? I asked you earlier, did they play in the frozen pond? You answered yes. What happened to them after playing in the pond? Here, when you read the last paragraph, so they stepped on the ice and started to go across the pond. The question for you is the chat box. What happened to them, to Harry and Annie, after playing in the pond? They had not gone far before the ice gave away. So in this part, the ice gave away, meaning natunaw na yung yelo ng pond. So the question for Ethan is, the chat box, what happened to them after playing in the pond? Nag-enjoy ba sila? Did they have a good time? What else? Did they play in the pond? Nakapag-slide ba sila? And snowman, did they do snowman? Or pwede rin natunaw yung yelo and they drowned. They fell into the water. What do you think? What happened to the two? Let's see your answer, okay? So they went there, as you said, they played. But what happened to the two after playing? Ano nangyari? Let's see. So Ethan is still typing. You can answer with 1 word or 2 to 3 words if you like. Teacher is waiting for your answer in the chat. Let's see. We have a picture in here. Look, the kid is actually looking frozen. Because of course, the water in the pond is going to be really cold. Very malamig. To the point that, it's kind of icy. So teacher is waiting for your answer, Ethan. What happened to them after playing in the pond? Then teacher gave you options also, so you can choose. But if you have a different answer, that's better. You can type your answer in here. can type with a word or a group of words. Teacher gave you options kanina ha. Did they have a good time? Did they play? Or what else? May nangyari pa sa kanila? If something happened, can you tell me what happened to the group? You can put it in our chat box. Are you still typing? Teacher is waiting on the chat box, okay? So we can proceed to the next question that we have. So remember the details that we have. They started to go across the pond. They had not gone far before the ice gave away. And I want to know what happened to the kids upon your understanding. Are you still typing? Teacher is waiting for you, okay? Let's see. Are you still typing, Ethan? Again, you can answer with a word, a group of words, if you feel like it. And the teacher will help you construct your answer in a complete sentence. Can I see your answer on screen? They did. Your answer is a good time, but I want you to understand, while they are starting to get across the pond, the ice gave away. So, ibig sabihin in Filipino, natunaw yung ice sa pond. And this is what happened. They fell into the water. So, I want you to understand this part. Ito yung nangyari sa kanila. They fell into the water. So, do you think that's still a good time? That's my next question. Do you think that's a good time? Yes or no? They fell into the water. Nahulog sila, Ethan. Imagine how cold that was. And since you answered with a good time, my question for you is, kung nahulog sila in the water, do you think that it's still a good time? No, yes, correct. And since nahulog sila sa water, technically this is what happened to them. Harry managed to get to the shore without any help. And then what else? The question for you is here. Who drowned in the pond? Who drowned in the pond? Is it, you can answer with Harry or Anne, based from your understanding. So, since nahulog sila sa pond, it's very cold, it's freezing. Doon sa dalawang bata, who drowned in the pond? Is it Harry or Anne? Oh. You can put your answer in here. Are you sure? I underline in here Harry managed to get to the shore without any help. Nakapunta siya dun sa shore. So, sino yung naiwan? He was able to get up from the pond. So, who did you think drowned in the pond? Can I see your answer? Annie. Yes, I want you to understand why Annie. Look at this part. But poor Annie nearly drowned in the pond. But the question for you is, did someone help them get out of the pond? Here, another question for you. So as you said, it's Annie who drowned in the pond. The question for you is, if you understood the last paragraph, did someone help them get out of the pond? You can answer with a yes or a no. Okay? In Filipino, may tumulong ba kay Harry and Annie? Let's see. The meeting room is about to end. Yes. Yes, you are right. Merong tumulong sa kanila. And I want you to know this is the part na tumulong. A man who was at work near the shore heard the screams of the children and plunged into the water to save them. So you are right. Merong tumulong kay Harry and Annie. Now, after this, another question for you is, sorry, I removed that part. Last question before we end the meeting room. Mag-e-end na kasi siya. So, in here, what happened after the man saved Harry and Annie? Can you tell me? Pagkatapos ba nun, umuwi sila? Or pwede rin naglaro pa rin sila kahit na nalulog sila? What do you think? So after they drowned in the pond, Harry was able to go to the shore, but sadly Annie nearly drowned. But then there's a man who saved them. So technically they did not really drown. What happened after the man saved Harry and Annie? Can I see your answer? So, pwedeng, did they went home? Did they continue playing in the pond? What do you think? Can I see your answer? So, we'll wait for your answer before we leave and then go back again, okay? Let's see. Teacher is waiting for your answer. What happened after the man saved Harry and Annie? You can go back to the story so you can check what happened to them. And teacher also gave you options. You can choose from the ones that I told you. And you can also answer with your own, based on your understanding. Please write your answer in the chat box, okay? Let's see. Yes, they did. So look at this part. Harry went home almost frozen and told his mother how disobedient he had been. So, ibig sabihin ng Filipino, hindi siya sumunod sa mother niya. Now, you remember the lesson learned that day as long as he lived. So, the lesson is with him until now that he is living. So, bit-bit na yung story na nangyari sa kanila ni Anne. And he knew that he was very disobedient to his mother. That's why they got into an accident. So that's the story that we have for today. Thank you so much for listening. So I'll show you the picture of Harry. And si Harry, lamig na lamig siya. Right? And that's what he looked like when they went home to their mother. So that's the end of the story. Let's leave the meeting room and then let's go back right away. So when we go back, kindly prepare this worksheet for you. Okay? Here you go. So let's leave and then let's go back again. We're not yet done, okay? Worksheet that we have. Ay, what happened? Ayan, okay. Are you there? Sorry, my camera is off. So here's the worksheet that we have. So first question is, kindly read. Here, I'm going to highlight where we are. Kindly read this purple one. Kindly read what?
What probably will happen next?
Alright, what probably happened next? So you can answer that in the chat box, okay? I want you to, let's go back to the part we're in, the last part. So after they went home, so Harry was almost frozen and he told his mother how disobedient he had been. He remembered the lesson learned that day as long as he lived. What do you think happened after that? Do you think the mother got mad when they went home? What do you think happened next? Or did they play again in the pond after that? Pwede rin, right? Naglaro rin sila. Can be. What do you think? You can answer in the chat box and teacher will help you make a sentence out of it. What probably happened next? Can I see your answer? You can answer with a bunch of words in the chat box, okay? So again, it doesn't have to be a complete sentence. Write your answer in the chat box. What probably happened next? So remember, umuwi na sila Harry, and then he told his mother how disobedient he was. He was frozen by that time. It was really cold. They got into a very serious accident. So what happened after that? You can write with a word or a bunch of words, okay? No. It's for you lang. Enough na. Charge your phone. Light. Here, on the... There. Charger. Down. Can I see your answer? What probably happened next? Teacher gave you options, okay? Do you think that their mother scolded them? Pinagalitan kaya sila? Or did their mother ask them to leave the house? Wala. Pinalayas sila. Can be, right? Nagalit yung mother. Or what else? Bumalik ulit sila sa pond and they played again. That could also happen. So what do you think, Ethan? Because they did not tell us what happened in the story. umuwi lang. But what do you think happened after that? Kindly type your answer. 1 word or 2 to 3 words, it's fine with me. Based on your understanding of our story. The teacher will help you make a sentence out of it, okay? Are you still typing? So, pwede ka mamili dun sa mga sinabi ni teacher, ha? Which do you think happened next? Or if you have your own answer, you can also type it in. Then teacher will help you to make a sentence out of it. It's almost time. We have 7 minutes. Are you typing? Let's see. So I gave you options earlier. Pwede ka mamili doon. Which one do you think will happen next? Kindly type your answer. It's okay if it's only a word. 2 to 3 words, okay lang with each. Can I see your answer, Ethan? In the chat box, and then teacher will help you make a sentence out of it, okay? Let's see. Are you typing? Are you still typing? Again, you can choose between maybe nagalit yung mother nila, they were scolded. What else? Do you think they went back to the pond and played again?
Go. Go. Send it to teacher.
Or maybe their mother got really mad. Of course, that's it's going to be a natural reaction, knowing that your children got into an accident. Oh, umalis yung mother, no? Okay, we can write that one. So we can say that, let's type it in here. The mother, so umalis siya because maybe nagalit siya, right? So we can write in here that the mother
Let the mother
was surprised and
let the mother want.
she got her worksheet.
And write it down now.
Here you go. Yeah, so let's write this one. So you said umalis siya ng bahay, right? But I think she will not leave the house, knowing what happened to her children. So with that, we will write in our number 1, the mother was surprised and she got very concerned with her children. So when we say concerned, nag-alala siya sa kanyang mga anak, right? Show me a thumbs up if you're done. while you're writing. So I'll see your thumbs up if you're done. Then question in the chat box while you're writing. Do you agree with our answer in number 1? Oh, you're still answering. So when you finish your writing, and then you can answer in our chat box. Do you agree with our answer in number 1? You can answer it again. If you answer, that means you are done in writing. So when you're done, please answer the question that I have on the chat box. Do you agree with our answer in number 1? You can answer with, alright. So since you answered with a yes, I want you to read the answer that we have from your worksheet. So I'm gonna clear. Kindly read our answer in what probably happened next. Please read from your worksheet.
The mother was surprised and she got very concerned with her children.
Yes, that's correct. So, right, as a mother, of course, we will be concerned with what happened to them, especially since what happened to Harry and Anne is a very serious act. Now, since it's already time and we are not done yet, I will ask you to do this at home. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 until number 4. I want you to answer this at home, and then Mama will take a picture of your worksheet, and then I will check your work online. Okay, since it's already time. So I want to say thank you to Ethan and Mama. Sayang wala si Mamu, so just tell Mamu that Teacher Alo is sending my regards to her. Okay, and since today is our last session, hopefully you'll have a great weekend. And that's it for today. So hope to see you soon. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you po, Miss. Bye-bye.
Kasi thank you.
Hindi ko alam sinasabi eh.
Tinawag ka, thank you daw.
I-chat ko na lang sa teacher.
Ba't di mo sinabi? Kawa? Sabi ko sa'yo, bilisan mo. Ang bagal mo naman. Okay. Today is the last session, guys, of my tutor, and that's it now. Bye-bye.